Innovations, big and small, change the world. An innovation does not always have to be very high-tech to affect the world. It can be something as simple as a musical instrument. The instrument, the marimba, is an innovation because it changed the style of music in the Western world. The marimba is a 5 to 6 foot long mallet percussion instrument with a warm, mellow sound. They typically have a range of 3 to 5 octaves with a series of wooden bars graduated in size, with resonators of soft pine or cedar which allow the marimba to make the sound by vibrating.
The guil, a traditional instrument of West Africa, is considered to be one of the grandfather instruments to the marimba. It has 14 bars and is considered to be a religious symbol. The guil is played with the concept of improvisation that is commonly used in jazz.
The exact origin of the marimba is unknown, although it's widely accepted that it descended from Africa. The marimba also could have descended from Latin America, Asia, or Europe. Residents of Central America and southern Mexico have experimented with the form of the marimba over the past 2 centuries. They mount them on stands and then have expanded the instrument to 7 octaves. The resonators are typically made of gourds. Also, multiple people play these marimbas, ranging from 3 to 4 musicians depending on the instrument. Marimbas made of stone blocks have been found in China dating back 5,000 years. Marimbas have also been found in Greece dating back 1,000 years.
Our percussion instruments have remained undeveloped until the end of the 19th century when Sebastian Hurtado from Guatemala changed the marimba in 1895. The marimba was made of hard wood with tuned metal resonators. In the 1890s, it was modified so it could play an entire chromatic scale. The range of the marimba was not restricted, and the wide bars gave the instrument a full loud tone. The greater range of the marimba allowed for it to be used by composers such as Debussy and Mozart. Modern artists have also contributed to the marimba and used it to change the style of Western music. Percussionist Valerie Di Naranjo is known for her pioneering effects in West African keyboard percussion music. Valerie was the first woman allowed to play the guil in public. She performed for Bare Conageno and Joro with the Contemporary Youth Orchestra, marking the world premiere of not only the pieces but also a new genre. For Bare Conageno and Joro were the first West African concertos for the marimba and guil. Keiko Abe, a Japanese marimba player and composer, assisted Yamaha in making a 5-octave marimba. This new marimba has the ability to be a full-fledged solo instrument.
Before the marimba modernized music, it had a different tone and character to it, like diverting the spirit, swaying emotions, and forming a positive influence on social behavior. Music was used for religious purposes by putting some of the Bible's oldest content to music. During the Middle Ages, most professional musicians made their living by performing religious music, an essential factor to Christian worship. As history continued, music became more secular and less religious. Then Baroque music came around, which was the first era of Western music to become purely instrumental. During the Baroque classical period, new forms of music such as sonatas, suites, and concertos were introduced. Also, composed Bach and Handel became popular. Classic Viennese style, used by composers such as Mozart and Haydn, had many melodies that tended to be shorter breathed and comfortable to sing. Today, ethnical and modern marimbas are both used in classical pop and jazz music. To exploit all possibilities of the marimba had to grow so that 3 to 4 octave 20th century marimba was made. The marimba is larger, better, and more varied than ever. Today, both crude and modern marimbas are more musical than a symphony orchestra xylophone. During the 1970s, there was a revival of folk groups in Chile and Peru, which eventually spread to Ecuador, Bolivia, Venezuela, Mexico, Colombia, the US, and Europe.
In conclusion, the marimba has changed the style of music in the Western world and is therefore an innovation. This instrument has made music more exciting and interesting. The marimba has a long history that is still continuing to make headlines during the 21st century by changing